Gonna bring up the next performer here. Hey, give me the last name again. Costanzo. Thomas Costanzo. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, give it to him.
Hello there, everybody. I'm really happy to be here. You know, I look at this as like therapy. You know, like you get to get all your stuff out, and it's so funny. I'm actually doing this. One of the reasons why I'm doing this is because of my ex-girlfriend, Joanne Ritchie. She passed away on January the 3rd, and she was an incredibly funny human being, and it really inspired me to do this, and she was a therapist too, so you get kill two birds with one stone. So first thing I want to talk about, the stinky orange Jesus now with the pinky penis. Okay, anybody know who we're talking about? Talking about the arch criminal Donald Trump. Man, they say he stinks and he thinks he's Jesus. And I had a customer, I work over at Home Depot, and I met this woman, and she said, yeah, I used to live in New York, and one of my girlfriends, she went to bed with Donald Trump, and she said, he has a pinky penis. And so, no wonder he's so pissed off all the time about everything. I mean, what a fucking baby this guy is. Like, if he had just gone out with dignity, and instead of being a fucking asshole, now, I think that he would win. But everybody knows he's a baby, he's a crybaby, he's an asshole. What's the difference between a thong and the thing that Donald Trump has on his head, the hair he has on his head? It barely covers an asshole. Okay, so Donald Trump, the first time he went to meet Putin, he says, hi, my name is Donald J. Trump. And Putin says, what does J stand for? And Donald Trump says, genius. So Donald Trump, he died, goes up to heaven, and he meets St. Peter, and St. Peter, meets St. Peter and says, okay, Donald, we're going to send you we're going to let you go to heaven, then we're going to go to hell, and then you get to decide which where you'd rather spend all of eternity with. And he goes, well, that's not what he told me it was back on Earth. He goes, yeah, we brought a new program up here. And so Donald says, okay. So he goes in, he opens the pearly gates and goes into heaven. You have people like Gandhi, they're playing harps, and you got Mother Teresa, they're praying, and everybody's, relaxing. It's very nice and quiet and everything. And after the day, Donald says to, St. Peter grabs Donald Trump and brings him out. He goes, well, what did you think of heaven? Well, it's not like, it was nice, but I don't know if I like it or not. He goes, okay, well, you get a chance to go down to hell, and puts him in the elevator and takes him down to hell, and he meets the devil when he gets down to hell, and he sees that everybody's hanging out, they're playing music. He sees his buddy George Bush, another arch fucking criminal. And he sees Donald Rumsfeld, and they're all hanging out, they're playing golf, they got women running around, they're all naked, and they got alcohol, open bar all over the place, and when he gets over the day, he says, Donald Trump says, the devil says to Donald Trump, well, how'd you like hell? And Donald said, well, was it like what they said it was going to be on Earth? He goes, yeah, we're making lots of changes over here. So he puts him back on the elevator, goes up to heaven, and St. Peter says, well, okay, Donald, it's your chance to decide whether you want us to be in heaven or hell for all eternity. He goes, well, heaven was really nice, but, hell was a lot better. He goes, okay, Donald, and he puts him in the elevator, he goes back down, and he comes out, and he says, fire and brimstone, but they got Donald Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney and George Bush, they're all breaking rocks into, smaller rocks all day long. And he goes, well, what happened? He goes, yeah, yesterday we were campaigning. So then they asked, they had Joe Biden, and then Donald Trump and RFK Jr. They're on a stage, and they're doing a debate. So the announcer asks them, well, what do you prefer, boxers or briefs? And Biden says, well, I like boxers. And then RFK Jr. says, well, I go commando. And then they asked Trump, and they said, depends. And And let's see here. Okay, so so they asked, and I'm going to get a little off topic here, but how does a Jewish American princess change a light bulb? Daddy, I need a new apartment. Then they asked. Then they went. How does a Maga supporter change a light bulb? They don't. They just Donald Trump tells them the light bulb is fixed, and they all cheer in the dark. Let's see.
Oh, okay. That one's still hitting.
Okay, so one day I was out. I was out camping with my friends, and I wandered away from the campsite, and I got lost, and then I wander around, and I find this cave, and in this cave I look down like, oh my God, it looks like there's a lamp down there. So I rub the lamp, and poof, out pops a genie. And I go, oh wow. And the genie goes, oh yes, I'm master of the lamp. Oh wow. I go, oh cool, I get 3 wishes. And the genie says, we don't do that program anymore. And I go, oh, what kind of program you got? Well, you get to choose between infinite intelligence and $100 million. I suggest you choose wisely. So I sit down on a rock, I think for a minute. I'll take the infinite intelligence, please. And he goes, poof, you now have infinite intelligence. Kind of messes me up, like, whoa, that was weird. And then I wander around, I'm looking around for my friends. Finally, I find my friends, and they're sitting around the campfire, and they say, well, what happened? Oh, I got lost, and I found this lamp, and the genie, and he gave me the choice between $100 million and infinite intelligence. He goes, well, give us some infinite intelligence. So I sit down on a rock, and I go, I should have taken the $100 million. So anyway, this Donald Trump character, man, I mean, has anybody ever thought about this? January 6th. Let's go back to January 6th. All you would have needed was 4 or 5 crack teams, or not even crack, but just mercenaries with automatic weapons. They move in with the crowd. They spray all the cops. They're all dead. They blow the doors open. They go into Congress, and then they spray half of Congress. Now what do you have? You have this Donald Trump as our dictator for the next who knows how long. Has anybody ever thought about this? How easily, I learned a long time ago, the worst possible outcome is not the least likely thing to have happen. Anyway, how are we doing on time? Good?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Keep it going for Thomas, man. Listen, I get it. I get the anger.
Yeah.
I get it, bro. Around here, it looks like this.
It's on the stand. It's on the mic stand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's...
I was looking for the other one like this.
Oh, the other wireless?
Yeah, here you go, bro.
Check. All right, I'll use this. So, Thomas, what's your beef with Donald Trump?
Oh, he's a criminal. I mean, anybody else that would do half of the stuff that he would do would be in jail right now. I can't even believe it. I mean, they talk about we have a 2-tiered justice system. He's living proof that there is a 2-tiered justice system. We have law for all of us, normal people, and then you have the law for the elites. I mean, look at the Sackler brothers. The Sackler family, they were the ones in charge of OxyContin, and they were absolved of all criminal liability. They just gave them a fine. Well, they're billionaires. Oh, you have $4 billion, you take $2 billion away. Big deal. Who cares? You still got $2 billion.
Yeah, no, I feel that. So let me ask you a question, because I think about it all the time too, and just in your opinion, of course, why do you think that he gets away with so much?
I've started to believe that he actually he works for the mafia or something. I mean, he's involved with the mafia. He's been in construction in New York for, decades. So he's involved, I'm guessing he's involved with the mafia, and he has dirt on people. I mean, that's what the mafia does. We all break the law together, and if anybody squeals, then everybody goes to jail. So it's like this circle of trust, circle of trust. And so
he's
no one
protected.
talks.
He's protected pretty much.
Somehow he has something on people. I don't know what it is. It's just it's all very interesting to me, and just watching it is amazing. I mean, there's only two choices for Donald Trump, and that the two choices are he's going to be the dictator of our country, or he's going to go to prison. That's only two possibilities, and I don't think Donald's going to like prison very much. And he's in the crosshairs. I mean, you don't want to be in the crosshairs of a prosecutor in a crime in a criminal trial, because there's no winning. You just don't get to lose.
That's this. Okay. I feel that, bro. Thank you for sharing that. And I just wanted to, because I think about it myself, I don't really get a chance to talk to anyone about this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to hear other people's opinions. And it's good to see that other people see the bullshit as well. And that you're not a Maga fan. So, thank you for sitting with us, Thomas. I appreciate you sharing your opinion.
I don't know how these people even. I had the customer the other day, and I sell air conditioners over at Home Depot, and I'm talking about in January they're going to be cutting off the Freon. We're going to the Freon. Of course, now it's going to cost more money, and you got to. If you want to replace your air conditioner, if you want to fill up your air conditioner with Freon, well, now you got to buy a whole new air conditioner because it costs just as much to get the Freon as it was to get a new air conditioner.
And you said they're replacing Freon?
Yeah, we're getting a new Freon. It's so slightly flammable, a little more environmentally friendly.
Scary. Slightly flammable.
Slightly. It's not like extremely flammable. It's just slightly flammable.
That just sounds like more chemicals to me, and that's a problem. So.
Well, it's got propane in it, for some kind of propane derivative. But the thing is that this one customer, he goes, well, if Donald Trump gets elected, well, then we won't have that problem. I go, how's he going to be? He's going to be the president from prison?
We'll see. But thank you again, Thomas, for sitting with us. Give him a round of applause. It was nice to sit with you.